On the latest batch of Love is Blind episodes, we see Molly drag David for his treatment of Lauren, to the point where we see him now have some self-reflection. Now, personally, I think this self-reflection was performative, but I digress. But anyway, he basically realizes that he hasn't been treating Lauren very well. He hasn't been validating her. That the friends with benefits situation, he made it way bigger than it needed to be. It was irrelevant. And he should have checked his sister and his family. And he should have checked his sister. He should have checked his friends. He should have defended Lauren to them. And he shouldn't have made it so difficult for her to meet them. And basically admits that, he was scared of getting married and he was deflecting on her. Now I'm thinking he's going to sit on this reflection and that's going to be it. Maybe at most he might say sorry to Lauren for how he treated her. But he starts talking about, he wants to make it work with Lauren again. What? Please, leave Lauren alone. Personally, I feel like this self-reflection was simply because he felt that he was going to look back. One thing about David is that amongst the lying, he tells the truth. So this whole thing that he keeps banging on about, he cares about people's opinions. He cared about Molly's opinion. Maybe not Molly like in terms of putting Molly on a pedestal, but I think Molly definitely reflected the female opinion. And he is very aware that he's on a reality TV show. So if he looks wrong to Molly, if Molly thinks that he's been behaving badly and Molly is basically the demographic of women he wants to be with, he's thinking, oh shit, I look really bad. I now need to remedy this. Because the switch being that quick, just from a talk with Molly, just from a grilling from Molly, I don't believe it. He knew very well that he was behaving badly and he did it on purpose because he wanted Lauren to break up with him. And he wanted Lauren to break up with him so that he wouldn't be the bad guy. But now he's realizing that he's already the bad guy anyway. He thought he was in the clear because when he came to the pod meet and told the boys about the breakup, they were all backing him. They were all like, you did nothing wrong, you can't force it, blah, blah, blah. And he's got the approval from the boys. But all the boys there are trash. Of course they're going to coddle him. But in the real world, although it might seem that way, he's not trying to date his boys. He's trying to date women. So therefore, he needs to be on the good side of women. And now he's hearing from a woman that he looks bad. And now he's trying to remedy his image. So now he decides he wants to try and rekindle things with Lauren. If they were to rekindle, it would now lead to marriage. I don't think so. I think maybe he was going to be like, let's rekindle and, maybe wait till marriage. But I do want to introduce you to my family, blah, 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 to remedy the situation. But I don't think it was like a let's be back on and get married. I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think he was definitely thinking, let me keep my image at bay until the end of the show. Because conveniently, Lauren did basically offer for them to be together, but to take marriage off of the table. So maybe he might be like, that option that you said earlier, why don't we do that to take the pressure off things? And immediately I was thinking, because I'm not going to lie, my expectations of Lauren were not that high and I thought she was going to fold. But to my pleasant surprise, Lauren stood on business and she basically was like, it's just a little too late. Because even in his apology, which is really bad in my opinion, he didn't really take full accountability and he just kept saying things like, well, you didn't text me to see if I was okay, after the breakup, after he broke up with her. The nerve. And I feel like when he said that, she was just triggered again. And that's when she was like, yeah, we're just going to be going around in circles again. And this is just not going to be like a viable relationship for me. He's just always going to keep playing these games because he's broken up with me. He's realized that he's did me dirty and somehow it's still on me. And she was talking about like, it's always been on me to remedy the situation. And now you're basically coming to apologize to tell me like things are my fault again. And I think he was definitely trying to almost like now guilt trip her into forgiving him. And I think deep down, he didn't really want to get back together with Lauren. So this was the best thing. But yeah, I'm proud of Lauren standing on business. But, I hope it stays that way just because, we've seen sometimes, people spinning the block on this show. I hope she doesn't. But I got to hear from you guys, and do we feel like Dave genuinely reflected and really wanted to make things work with Lauren? And what do we think about Lauren? Do you feel like she's going to stand on business? Do you think she's going to spin the block again? Let me know what you guys think.